Hello all and welcome back. I am going to show you how my account is set up on Zoom so that you can get some idea as to some of the changes you might want to make. Come back to this video often. It is on YouTube and I will share that link after the Facebook Live is completed so that you can check this out. On YouTube, it doesn't have any sound. The Facebook Live, I'm going to actually move this over to there and replace it after I'm finished. So, just wanted to show you this. I am logged into my account. When you see my account up in the corner, the host meeting and join meeting, you're able to do instant hosting of meetings right from the main window once you're logged in, and it is a real time saver. So if for any reason we have some videos jump up here, pardon me while I get them to leave, but we'll do this as quickly as we can so that we don't have any issues. So we're going to go into my account, and as you can see, I have hidden my information for reasons. There is account numbers and information there that is it's proprietary. So what we're going to be looking at is we're going to be looking at settings. You're going to go down to settings on your sidebar, left-hand side sidebar. You're going to look at what these settings are. And the first screen that we're going to be looking at, that's the one that wants to keep on playing. The first screen that we're going to look at is meetings and scheduling meetings, in-meeting basics, advanced, email notifications, and we're not going to look at other because, again, there's sensitive information on that. So I wanted to show you how I have my meetings set up. Have you ever gone and had a meeting and the person couldn't figure out how to start their video? They may have never been on Zoom. Well, you can make it easy for them by starting their video for them right away. And then they will learn how to turn it off. But that's a setting that I have changed on, and these are going to become your default settings when you are scheduling any meetings. Audio. I always, unless I definitely want a person to come on with their computer audio, and the reason I would want to do that is I only want them to be seeing information, and I don't want them on their phone and not seeing the information on the screen. But the default that I have is telephone and computer audio. Join before host is turned off. Use personal meeting ID. These are all off now. They had not been, and that has changed since we know we are having security issues on Zoom. So those have changed. Now we'll move on to the next screen. And here, only authenticated users can join the meeting. So I'm going to require a password. And that password is, if you notice, everything having to do with passwords has been turned on. You want to do that. And you want to make sure that everybody is getting that password for the meeting. The other day, I received a notification and didn't get a password. So make sure that when you are sending out an invitation, you have the password with it right away. Because there's nothing more annoying than getting all set up, going into a meeting, and getting the message, you need a password, and you haven't received it. So be that good host and make sure that they receive that password. So now we're moving to the in-meeting basics. Here, require encrypting third party. I didn't turn that on. I allow them to chat both privately and with me. I play a sound when they leave and join the meeting. I allow feedback to Zoom so that they can tell me and tell Zoom how they felt about the meeting, whether the quality was good, the audio, the video was good, and all of that information. From here, there are times I have meetings where I want to have co-hosts. So I toggled on the co-host, but the screen sharing, I didn't. If they're the co-host, I'm able to transfer the meeting over to them and screen share. By turning this off, if a person wants to share their screen, I have to make them the host. So it's not possible for them to just jump in there. I allow annotations so participants can make comments. If they're going to, there's a whiteboard that they can write notes on if they choose, and I have that turned on as well. And we'll keep on going here. Hope all of this is very helpful to you. Okay, so we're looking at this information. Remote control, I left that on as well, that a person can share content in a different way that's more secure. Allow participants to name themselves. What that means is if they come in, caption and the save captions. So you can turn it on if you'd like. That's optional. Here, virtual background, that's a fun thing. I can't really do it here because I have a lot of things behind me, but if you're sitting at a computer and the wall behind you is solid, especially if it's a solid green, you can be in a stadium, you can be anywhere you want to be with your virtual background. It's lots of fun. So I leave that on for people. The other items I have turned off because of there's really no need for any of the information unless you want to take advantage of it. Go ahead. So the big ones coming up. Waiting room. Okay, and it did scroll by, and I apologize that it did. The waiting room. Make sure that you place your participants into a waiting room. Don't let them come into your meeting until you're there. So make it a point, as far as being a good host, always make it a point to open and make sure you're on your call at least 10 minutes before, even if you're not sitting right there. When attendees join meeting before host, notify them. Well, now that things are set up the way they are, that's really not going to happen too much. These are email notifications that you and your participants will get. So local recordings. Now we're into the recording portions of it. I record all my meetings as I automatically. So you can set up all of the automatic recording right in the background. And more settings that as I was going through, I don't see them needing to be set. This is your calls and how people can call you. Now this section I added, and it's called How to Lock Your Meeting Room. Very, very important. After everybody's there, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to that dashboard that you have at the bottom or on the side, depending upon where you have it. And you're going to click on Manage Participants. In this case, it was just me. And then what's going to happen is you're going to have a window pop up that has participants and all your participants. At the bottom it says mute all, unmute all, and more. You're going to click on more. And when you click on more, there is a button next to the unmute that, ooh, let me go back there so that you can see that a little longer. Apologize for just going. You're going to click on lock meeting, which is the last thing. They should have it be the first thing, not the last thing. But once you lock the meeting, nobody can enter, and that is what you want. And it's 11 o'clock, and I will have this live for you in just a few minutes. Thank you for watching.